Well, I guess this is going to be part 2 for this morning, isn't it? It's 1:28 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. It's still the 2nd of June 2023. We were just here, Rose, Okay, so the zeros and ones governing YouTube and Google are still trying to pick out the stuff it thinks I should be expecting to like. I can go some of the stuff on my phone here and try to pick up what was liked, what was not liked, what was watched, what was not watched. Just trying to figure things out left and right. Oh yeah, try this one. Certain politicians I've discovered growing up, watching these guys, and trying to understand politics in my later adult crabby life, of how people can actually take things seriously or put things well out of proportion, and try to say like they're going to be the ones changing everything around everybody. Once more, I'm subjugated to these zeros and ones right now. What they think things should be, what not, what's supposed to be. You got in Iowa, the Florida idiot governor, who's trying to turn the country into Florida. And all the shit he's been talking about, he's still spewing about. Banning books, wokeism, attacking leftism. He wants leftism crushed. Basically, and I use this terminology sometimes, I do the Lord of the Rings. Thank you, J.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien. One ring rules them all. You have Sauron, which is your leader, and then you have the rings belonging to elf lords, humans, gnomes. You got this hierarchy going on with the rings in the folklore of Lord of the Rings. The one ring with the one asshole controlling everything. The ultimate ego at work. Then you get the lieutenants and the sub-lieutenants and whatever you got going down the chain of command. That's what I'm saying with the maggots. I don't call them maggots, I call them maggots. Even maggots are the beginning of flies, which also create more maggots. More ideology like that. So, I should like to be bored to death. You hear Governor kept talking about, well, we got wokeism out here. Well. Florida, that's where wokeism goes to die. People keep looking at the damn dictionaries, or actually thesauruses. They're asking themselves what the hell's going on. Well, what's going on is they can't figure out what the hell's going on with them. They don't know. They're doing what they're told, and so the other people are being pissed off enough, but not enough, really, to demonstrate to the governor how stupid he is. Well, of course, you have political pundits, and you also have the news organizations doing that, showing how much of an idiot he is. And then you have the zeros and ones out there in the form of progressive media still following on that one. And I listened to their clips. I watched their clips, and I know from looking at this guy, he doesn't have it. It's just like, I don't know. He just doesn't have it. I gotta retract, or actually back up a bit, considering about my own political experiences here. Seeing leaders on the television and in person, certain people actually have this charm, this panache, this style, this attitude, a walk, a swag, a looseness. They belong to the city. I'm going to use reference here. And they have to feel like they're in control, but they're the man or the woman of the people. And You gotta make sure that they're nice and friendly and not forcing the veneer and facade on people like that. Be genuine enough that you actually give a hoot. And I've seen the stiffness in some of these politicians. They want to get the votes. They'll try to be fiery sometimes in their speech, trying to fire people up, but then when you get to shake their hands, they're like limp fish. I've had people like that already. You got this. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? That's a handshake. Dude, if you're gonna have a handshake, just take the guy's hand or a woman's hand and just firm grip and you shake the damn thing. Or if you want to have a contest about the damn thing, you'll probably get sued for violent action. Take the person's hand and go, how's your hand grip there, shiny boy? There are certain politicians actually came across that they actually cared about people or acted as if. And they acted to a point where they're trying to show that they cared. Unfortunately, one of these guys is part of the maggots who started this shit in the first place. He took advantage. He was conning and grifting people left and right. He learned how to con people with his mouth and his dumbass ideas that people actually bought. You ever heard of Trump steaks? You ever heard of Trump University or the Trump casinos? Well, the last 20, 30 years, you probably would have heard of that these damn pieces of shit. Trying to get the name out for the name Trump. Oh, sounds like a damn Allstate commercial. Trump. Oh, it sounds like chump, not Trump. Still, works both ways. So we're dealing with this, with the maggots who feel like everything of difference has to be exploited. It has to be torn apart, and we have to show them, we have to do this, we have to do that. Don't you understand? It's their guys, it's their fault that you're in this kind of block. Don't you understand it? Yeah, I'm trying to run for president this morning over here. I'm just a crazy little coot. Go Marshall, Gabby Hayes, or Gabby John, or Gabby Wood. I'm going to be running for president. I'm going to be unofficially throw my hat in that ring. And I'm going to say to these people, look, I know what it's like to be different at this point over here, and I insist on being different. Because if I was the same, you guys, I have to be one of you. Good Lord, you guys are all ugly and skanky and stuff. Oh, no. I'm not through insulting the crap. I got insulted by the crap out of you every which way but loose. I want your damn vote, damn it. I want your money. I'm a grifter. I'm going to grift everything else I can. I'm going to grift out your humiliation, your humbleness, and everything else that's nice about you. Turn you into a evil rotten son of a bitch and falls my ass. And you will go out there and you'll scold. Or you just take your Bibles. Either you bore the crap out of people with certain passages at this point over here, or you start using it with what the Lord's intended to. Throw it at the people. Constantly throw the Bible at people. If you happen to see people of different religions, there's your targets right there. And if you happen to see the same people in the same religion over there, more so. Make sure we got these people convinced about bloody bruises and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm out here to make friends with you. So make friends with me and I'll break your wrist. I just want your money, man. I'm gonna rift like crazy here. Now I got this. I got something over here on these assholes that we're trying to go after these days. And I need your help to be a totally complete idiot and asshole at this point, okay? Alright, we're gonna be that way. Good. You see that person over there, you see that person over there, you see that person over there, well guess what we're gonna do? Oh, he's got, look at that. She already tells him about the
religious preferences and icons and stuff they worship. Well, that's a good target right there. Let's grift a little crap out of them, shall we? Pilfering, pillaging, plundering. Piracy? No, this is Piracy 102. 101 was back in the 1800s. We had the ships out there doing the job. Now we're just old grifters. And because of that, I don't like every one of these guys, so I gotta throw my own damn opinions around. They want to know about segregation and subdivisions? Let's put it on them. So now I'm going to be twisting them like crazy. I'm going to be tearing their asses apart. I'm going to be pissing them off left and right. They're not going to be liking me. Okay, I get to go into people's heads here, and I get to pick around with their squishy organs in there. I get to find a place to live in there so I can really take them off the people. I want my political power here already. I'm going to get my power base going on, and when I do get my power base full of idiots like me, I'll be making more clones like me. We'll be out there. We'll be out there making a difference here. I'm going to put myself on social media. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. I want your money, your power. I want everything out of you so I have it for myself. Because I'm the #1 asshole here. So, as I climb that little ladder there, I'm going to burn the things right below me there. Well, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just going to keep running up that damn ladder as fast as I can, and I'm going to keep burning everything else behind me. You guys can't catch up. And by the time I reach the top over there, I'll be at the top. You guys are still trying to climb for the ashes. And I'll tell you guys what's going on because I burned every damn thing. I burned you asshole. Subdivisions. We got subdivisions. So now I see the suckers out there. They're coming for the newborns to the old parts. Let's see what we can do about those people. Let's piss them off. Let's upset a great deal of them. Let's set them all on fire. Well, one way or another. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, here's a nice little weapon here. Here's a can of aerosol on the butane. Oh, this is gonna be so fun doing some dastardly deeds. Oh, how about we go into the ears? Okay, we'll go into the ears, and we'll whisper very carefully and tell them how much of a disgrace they are as a human being. Oh, they're gonna throw their religion in my face. Oh, jolly good. I get to go with a full nut job on this one, the verbal nut job, and I will counteract everything they got. Now, I'll get the power, I'll get the people following me to be pissed off as hell. Oh, they'll be wanting the promises fulfilled. I'm not fulfilling them. I'm a grifter. I go in and out and I screw people over because I'm in it for me. #1 ego. There is no one else other than me in my mouth. And I will screw people over left and right. I will make them hate their religion and hate their mothers and fathers and everything else. Even their mutts. Even their dogs. A dog's judgment of character, are they? Well, we need more animal shelters to put those mangy butts in there. And we're not done with it yet.
Okay, have I completely lost my mind at this point? I must have. I really must have. Because going into a characterization, going into the worst human being I could ever possibly be, and just touching the iceberg, just touching the tip of this ugly iceberg in this damn thing. Because depth and depravity and ugliness and lack of humanity, caring about other people left and right. I mean, my God. Yeah, it's maybe a characterization, and I'm laughing my head off, going hee all the damn time. We're seeing it in real life. We're seeing it in real time. We're seeing it in our posts left and right. We got the zeros and ones guiding us to this point or that point. We're doing it to each other. We're doing it to each other. That other thing was just a characterization. But it always gets to the point where I'm going to start saying something against God at this point. And I know I've lost my mind, my edge. Came close to it too. Yeah, it does make me sick to my stomach because that's not me, but that's a characterization I'd rather not go back into. But we're seeing it. We're getting influenced left and right. Besides the zeros and ones, we're seeing and hearing it either by corporate media or by in person. We're seeing how these people are trying to get us to be just like them. We're we surrender our humanity. We surrender our humanity to this crap. What happens after that? We're seeing the aftermath. We're seeing the results. We're seeing the aftermath. We see the movies, read the books, see the TV shows about the good guys winning all the time, or getting their asses kicked out of the time to try to win. We're taught with the good and evil concepts. We actually had them. We have doctrines that we try to follow throughout our ages, throughout our lifetimes, throughout the generations. Our moral compasses, right, that we're going through the books and going through the teachings, right, just to see whether or not we're going to be moral enough for the next person. It scares me and it just tears me apart, putting myself in that kind of a characterization. And that's scaring me in here like crazy. Knowing I could flip into that kind of a character if I was so motivated for it. It's one thing to use it as an example to tell people what they should be looking out for. Because I'll tell you something, the one thing I'm doing right now is a cartoonish character, probably twirl his mustache if I actually had one of those damn things. And try to wear a black hat and a black outfit. I'm your villain here, guys. The villain, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're the villain. We treated ourselves this way. We look at ourselves in the mirror and we're the villain. So I don't get sick and tired of saying all this damn shit up. So there's the ones that are fucking me one way or another. I'm looking at the stuff left and right. I'm hearing that somebody see that these people are complaining about things happening left and right. I'll turn on the news or turn on a cable channel. I'll see what's happening in politics or in personal lives. I'm seeing my mirror image right now. It scares the hell out of me. What would scare me even worse is agreeing with it all and wanting to be part of it. Can't deal with that. Well, we have to deal with it on a day-by-day basis. It's something we're stuck with these days. Why? Because it is. Because unfortunately, that's what we're dealing with these days. I don't get it. I don't get it. But that's how we've been dealing with ourselves for God knows how long. We have people, we we have theoretical preachers and lay ministers of sorts, and rabbis, imams, people who we try to respect like crazy, respect their advice, respect the teachings. Try to telling ourselves that we don't have to be that way. We don't have to be that way. The things we are. We have to keep reminding ourselves. We're not changed. We have to change. We have to change for the better. We don't have to listen to someone else's con job left and right. Listen to our guts and try to figure out in our head, are they legit? And if they're not, walk it away. Just walk or run away. Don't deal with them. Don't confront them. Don't give them the time of day. Don't give them anything. Because what they want is your attention. And once they got it, you're screwed. You have to hook, like, and suckered. Unfortunately, with the service of ones we got right now in social media, we're so screwed one way or another. I'm not saying avoiding it. I'm saying be careful with it. I have to be careful with it, otherwise I'm going to be turning out to be one of those crazy damn people out there. And believe me, I've been there, done that. No, I'm not. No, not fun. Not fun at all. So, enough of this one this morning. Surely people think that again.